Welcome back to Cedar Cove Farms. Today we are starting our spring preparations. So, sorry, the dog was chasing a chicken. Had to make sure nothing bad happened. So you can maybe see the snow starting to melt. Now it's still March, but we've got to start preparing for spring. It'll be right around the corner before you know it. Today's goal is to go get the planter and bring it around, bring it into the shop. Last year, it had some difficulties and didn't actually seed uniformly. So the goal is to tear that apart, dig into that, see if I can find anything going on with that, and figure out why it wasn't working as well as it should. And I'm thinking this year, last year we used a big tractor. This year, I'm thinking the old 8N is gonna be the machine to do the planting. So, with that said, I'm gonna use it to go grab the planter and bring it in the shop. Let's get to it. I made it in. Turns out that the 8N does not like the sand in the storage arena here. It does not like to turn with real skinny front tires, but we'll make it work. Luckily the planter's right by the door. So this is our sweet corn planter. It's a little 2-row John Deere from, I don't know, the 70s, maybe older than that. But the goal is to get it hooked up to the tractor and bring it over to the shop. Problem is, oh, no problem. Never mind, forget. I thought I took the top link off. But it's there, so let's get this thing hooked up. We're all hooked up. You can see here, maybe you can't. We're kind of at an angle. So if you look, this is kind of going down. It has to do with this top link. So the one on the old 8N here is not, it's adjustable, but not by much. I got a new one coming in that's adjustable so that I can get this thing so it's sitting down. My one concern is this tractor doesn't weigh a lot. I'm hoping it can pick this up. That's really what everything's weighing on today. So let's see if we can pick it up, make sure the tractor's still stable, get it into the shop. I made it inside, but there might have been a little bit of a problem that you might have seen. The planter, pretty heavy. The tractor, especially the front of the tractor, yeah, there's an engine up here, but the way physics work, that weight is hanging, well, let's see, 6 feet from the rear axle. So it wants to make the whole tractor do a wheelie. And I'm really light up front. So my wheels were barely on the ground. If you've never driven a vehicle that has 4 wheels and 2 wheels aren't on the ground, including the steering wheels, it's really hard to steer. What I'm gonna look at is a couple options. This just may not be the right tractor. If not, that's okay. We got the big tractor sitting over there. I used it last year, I can use it again. It's not ideal. What I can look at is there's this front nose bracket. And I have these little weights over here. Each one of those weights is, I don't know, they're heavy. Let's see here. 19 kilograms, 42 pounds, right? So let's call it 50 to make math easy. Nah, no shortcuts. 84 plus 84 is 168. 168 pounds that I can maybe hang on here. If I can hang that weight onto here, that gives me some counterbalance, which will help keep these wheels on the ground, which would be ideal. The other problem you may have seen was, let me move back here. As I raised and lower it, it's a bit jerky. The hydraulics on this tractor, you know, they're from 1948. They're not smooth. I think we're at the max capacity of what the 8N is good for. So it really wanted to carry it really high or really low. When you're carrying a 3-point, especially on a tractor that's not weighted right, you want to keep that weight as low to the ground as you can. Where our sweet corn patch is, it's down a hill, so it makes me a little iffy on taking it down the hill with this tractor. The reason I say I want to use this tractor, we'll move to the back here. You may not be able to see, but the 2 rows fall in between the wheels of the tractor. That means when I make my next pass, if I just line up my rear wheel from, let's say we're on the left, if I line up my left wheel on my next pass, I'm coming on the right, into my right wheel track, I won't run over any seed. That is a big advantage when you're trying to grow corn. You're not putting it in deeper than you need to, and extra compaction. So with the big tractor, the wheels, if I make a pass to pass, the wheels would run over the previous row if I seeded the rows evenly. So it's not a big deal. It means I just have to seed the rows further apart, but that leads to problems with the weeds. So we'll see what we can do. But anyway, now that we're in here, the next step is to look down here. So all the magic is gonna happen in here. Your seed, it sits in this bin, it comes down in through here, gets metered, comes down, and we'll come out down here. They call them skis. The skis open up the dirt, and that is how you get your seed in the ground. So I need to figure out what in here is going on to make it not plant right. I'm gonna wrap it up there for now. I got some stuff to go inside and do. Really, I'm just gonna go eat lunch, but I'll be back later this afternoon to start tearing into this thing and figuring out what's wrong. But thanks for coming out for part 1 of the planter fix. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, you know the ordeal. Thanks for coming out to Cedar Cove Farm. We'll catch you on the next part.